20 men you won't believe exist. Men come in all shapes and sizes, some more unusual than others. We gathered a list of 20 men that will blow your mind. Some were born exceptional, some achieved weirdness in a bizarre way, and others are just inspiring. Number 20. Gary Turner. Meet Gary Turner, known as the man with the stretchiest skin on the planet. Gary has extremely loose, paper-thin skin due to a rare genetic disorder called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. His uniqueness secured him a place as a performer at the royal family of strange people. Number 19. Singh Chauhan. The world record for the longest mustache, measuring an astounding 4.29 meters, belongs to Singh Chauhan from India. As you can imagine, with big mustache comes big responsibility. Ram spends an hour every day cleaning and trimming his mustache using conditioners and essential oils. His advice to fellow men is start growing early and don't be a slave to fashion. Number 18. Mohammed Kaleem is another man whose name you can find in the Guinness Book of World Records. Although he was put there by nature, Mohammed is the proud owner of the world's longest nose. Number 17. Byron Schlenker. Byron's enormous tongue measures 8.6 centimeters across. For comparison, the iPhone 6 is only 6.8 centimeters wide. We can think of one thing he would be especially good at and make his wife very, very happy. His 14-year-old daughter Emily, holding the record for the wildest female tongue, is proof that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Number 16. Domingo Joaquim. The 20-year-old Francisco is known as the Angolan Jaw of Awe, and for a good reason. In his 6.69 inches wide mouth, he can fit a can of Coke sideways. One can assume that the list of things he can put in his mouth is a long one. Number 15. Melvin Boothe. If there is one thing Melvin has that no man in history had, that would be long fingernails. And by long, we mean gigantic. Everyday life must have been hard and texting an impossible task. Number 14. Tran Van Hay. What you see on this man's head is not a weird headwear, but an actual full-grown hair. When he was 25 years old, Tran got seriously sick after cutting his hair and decided to never cut it again. He kept his promise for half a century and only washed it a few times. His hair was 6.8 meters long and weighed over 10 kilograms. That's a lot of weight to carry on your shoulders, but on the plus side, he saved a lot of money on shampoo. Number 13. Kjellstrom. This is Kjellstrom, and he is huge. He's a well-known bodybuilder from Sweden. He states that he began his athletic career as a runner, but when he saw himself at 152 pounds, he turned to weightlifting and has never looked back. He weighs in now at close to 300 pounds. Number 12. Yu Genuine. China's hairiest man, Yu Genuine, suffers from a rare condition called the werewolf syndrome, causing 96% of his body to be covered in thick, dark hair. The 32-year-old endured a tough childhood and is on his way to become a rock star. Number 11. Triple D. Triple D stands for Double Dick Dude. It may sound like an urban myth, but it's actually a condition called dysphagia that affects 1 in 5.5 million American men. The man in the photo, in fact, wrote a book, Double Header: My Life with Two Penises, that became a bestseller. For the curious people out there, yes, both his penises are 100% functional, and he is having a blissful bisexual life, probably having a promising career in the adult movie industry. Number 10. Mohammed Kaleem. Although Mohammed is not technically a man, this 8-year-old boy suffers from a rare illness which gave him gigantic 8-kilogram hands that no grown man has. Mohammed lives in East India, where he has been known as the Devil's Child due to his condition and has been refused admission to school. His parents live on a monthly salary of just $20 and weren't able to afford proper medical care for Mohammed. Number 9. Deed Kaswara. The Tree Man of Hava, as they call him, Deed Kaswara suffers from a rare genetic problem with his immune system who has been unable to fight the HPV infection. As a result, his body started producing tree-like warts, mostly on his limbs, making him half man, half tree. Deed underwent a surgery to remove the heavy warts, but the roots returned again. Number 8. Jose Mestre. Jose Mestre is a Portuguese known as the man without a face. For 40 years, he lived with a massive facial tumor weighing 5 kilograms that made it impossible for him to see or eat properly. Finally, Jose was saved by a British tourist who saw him on the streets of Lisbon and arranged an introduction with a remarkable surgeon in Chicago who operated on Jose and saved his life. Number 7. Tom Staniford. Being unable to store fat under your skin for some people might sound like a dream scenario, but not to Tom Staniford. He is one of just 8 people in the world who suffer from MDP syndrome. He lost all his fat during his childhood, and yet his body thinks he is obese. So as a result, Tom lost his hearing and got diabetes. With having only 40% of the muscles an average man has, Tom has become a successful paracyclist. Number 6. Amu Haji. World's dirtiest man lives in Iran and hasn't bathed in over 60 years. The 80-year-old Haji believes that cleanliness brings him sickness and avoids all contact with water. He also hates clean water and fresh food. Living in isolation, his favorite pastime is filling a smoke pipe with animal feces and smoking it. Talk about lifestyle choices. Number 5. Lucky Diamond Rich. There's no such thing as getting one tattoo, and Lucky Diamond Rich knows best because he has his body 100% tattooed. And that is not just a figure of speech. The insides of his mouth, eyelids, ears, and even his foreskin is tattooed. Number 4. Rolf Buchholz. If there is one thing Rolf likes, that's piercings. 453 to be exact, plus horn implants. Due to his obsession with needles, he was prevented from entering Dubai, where he was supposed to perform at the Freaks and Beats show. The now 52-year-old German got his first piercing at age 41. While other men go through midlife crisis by buying a new sports car, Rolf put 278 piercings on his genitalia. Number 3. Sultan Kosen. At 251 centimeters tall, Sultan Kosen is the world's tallest living male. He also holds the record for the largest hands and second largest feet. This Turkish farmer poses alongside the world's shortest man ever, Chandra from Nepal, who died this year at age 75. Number 2. The Benjamin Button Brothers. If you saw the movie The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, then you would be amazed to know the real-life Benjamin brothers. Michael and Matthew from the UK led a normal life until they started acting childlike and buying Mr. Potato Heads. Over time, both siblings lost their jobs and had to move back in with their parents. They were diagnosed with a rare neurological disease called leukodystrophy. They are estimated to have a mental age of 10, with giggling and watching cartoons being part of their everyday life. Number 1 is Vijay Sharma. In his native country of India, Vijay Sharma is known as the Elastic Man or Rubber Man. This ambitious young man gives new meaning to the word flexible. He was initially inspired by Jackie Chan, and now he can successfully drink Coke from a bottle put between his toes.